Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all. Whitmire versus Hannah Goldy. This was a quick one, man. This was the first fight of the night and the first start to my downfall of all my WMMA picks. I only got one. I'm 1-4 from last night. That's including the Bellator fight as well. But yeah, like I said, man, all of these fights they were kind of unpredictable, just because all these fighters were in different places as far as like whether they're improving or on the decline. I really couldn't just decide. Like this was like a fight that I didn't have a thought out prediction for. Because Hannah Goldy was taking this fight on short notice, coming off the loss to Belbita. She wanted to come in there and step in for Corey McKenna, and it was a must win for both fighters. So to me, it was just up for grabs. So Hannah Goldy, she capitalized. She capitalized on a mistake from Emily Whitmire. She went in there, made a big statement, got a first round submission via armbar over Emily Whitmire. So not really a fight where you can just say, oh, this person's better than that person, and they're going to wash them. Mostly all the fights were like that. Whether you're looking at experience or, like I said, somebody else just making improvements and on that level up stage of their career. So real quick, man, just going back and looking at this fight, Emily Whitmire, like I said, when I was kind of going back talking about Emily, she had the reach advantage in this fight and, 1 inch height advantage. And, she was going to use her length. And right from the jump, she was using her length for, those leg kicks and the head kick. She was going straight for the head kick and the leg kicks early, trying to pick her shots. But Hannah Goldy, she was trying to close in like she did to Belbita, close in with those combinations and put that strength on Emily Whitmire. She was able to close in, get the clinch. So Emily Whitmire, she's using her experience with her grappling. She got the trip and the takedown. But there was already a sign when she got the takedown and Hannah Goldy was on her back. She was kind of getting reckless in the guard. That arm was there to be grabbed by Hannah Goldy the first time. She could have got a submission right there, if she set up that triangle. But Hannah Goldy was able to get back up, clinched up once again, landed some knees in the clinch. Emily Whitmire, once again, she gets a trip and a takedown. And back in the guard, she's landing a few shots here, and whenever she's landing those shots, she's able to go in for the back. And she loses it, though, and she gets back in the guard of Hannah Goldy. So once again, they're kind of like back and forth. Emily Whitmire, she's in the guard, she's out the guard. She dives in this time. She dives in for the guard here. And Goldy, she gets that triangle right away, and she's able to lock in on the arm. Like, they're sitting here grappling for a few minutes in the rounds, whereas, just kind of like back and forth. It's kind of a stalemate. Emily Whitmire is like, she doesn't know if she wants to stay in or stay out. But as Hannah Goldy kind of lures her in, she decides to dive back in. And when she dives back into that guard, Hannah Goldy, she's able to climb and get that triangle. She locks onto that free arm, and she pulls it real quick. You can hear that little yell from Emily Whitmire. Emily Whitmire taps. Hannah Goldy gets the submission. So it was a real quick one, y'all. Like I said, didn't really have a solid pick in this fight. This was just up for the grabs. Hannah Goldy, she needed this fight, and she just went in there, capitalized off a mistake. Emily Whitmire, she's been out for a minute. And one of the things I've said about her in the past is that, she has decent grappling, but she can kind of get reckless in the guard. And this should have been a situation where she just used her length like Belbita and just tried to outstrike Hannah Goldy and eventually kind of break her down. But man, from here for Hannah Goldy, it's pretty tough to tell, if she's going to stay at 125 or 115. Because, 115, even the unranked fighters, they propose a big threat. As for 125, you can say the same thing because, it's a grappler-heavy division. And I think Hannah Goldy, she's a strong fighter, but there's a lot of physically strong fighters at flyweight, But this weight might benefit her. We'll just have to see, what type of improvements she's able to make. So from here, I think Hannah Goldy, if she's going to stay at 125, just needs to take on another one of these unranked fighters. Maybe the winner of Courtney Casey versus Liana Jojua. Any of those fights that can really test her grappling and just her clinch control at 125. Yeah, what do you see? What do you see as the next move for Hannah Goldy from here? As for Emily Whitmire, what do you think? Will she get another chance? Another fight in the UFC, or you think they'll cut her? What type of improvements does she need to make in your opinion? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.